Of course, on the concluding part of TMI Tuesday edition, I have someone who is one of the sponsors of ITV Radio School Debate Competition, and he's no one else but Prince Dr. Brightence Ogibonyi. Prince Dr. Brightence Ogibonyi is the MD, CEO, and Chief Inventor of Brightence Electronics. Man, thanks for coming.
Thank you so much, Philip, from Ogibonyi.
It's always mind-blowing whenever you're on set with us because it's either you want to bring something very, very distinguished from the blues concerning electrical appliances, but way back we had the Brightons gadgets. You have the booster, you have the inverter. Yes. So what's new this time?
Okay. Today we'll be talking about Brightence inverters briefly, Brightence stabilizers, and then Brightence Alternator Boosters briefly. Brightence inverter, we have designed the 2017-2018 model of the Brightence inverter. And now, apart from the Brightence inverter having the usual double system circuit breakers, double system cooling fans, thunderstorm resistant facility, now the Brightence 2017-2018 model of the Brightence inverter is now an inverter that you can manipulate both the hardware and the software of the inverters yourself. Now, looking at the screen, you will see how beautiful the product looks. It doesn't look locally made. If you look at the finished work, you will see that the inverter is actually lovely. You see, this 2018 model of the Brightence inverter is an inverter that you can manipulate both the hardware and the software. It's an inverter that, for example, in Nigeria, our normal current is 220 to 240 volts. Anything below 200 is low voltage. Anything above 240 is high voltage. So this Brightence inverter, the one you are seeing on the screen as you are looking at it now, you see it has 5 buttons in front of the screen. Now, those 5 buttons you are looking at there, you can manipulate the inverter. You understand? So now you can determine the low current and the high volt, or the low voltage and the high voltage of the Brightence 2018 model of the inverter, which you are seeing now on the screen. Now, this inverter is an inverter that if you live in an area where you have low voltage, as low as 180 volts, that inverter will charge your battery. As low as 150 volts, that inverter will charge your battery. As low as even 100 volts, that looks like a candle light, that inverter will still be able to charge your batteries for you. And again, if you live in a place where you have fluctuating voltage, and suddenly public power, they will just increase your voltage above 240 volts, you don't want to damage the inverter, neither your electronics. The 2018 model of the Brightest inverter is an inverter that you can choose to increase the sensitivity at which it will notice its high voltage to like 250 volts, to like 260 volts, to even like 280 volts or 270 volts. But it's an inverter that you can determine when you want it to charge your battery. For example, you live in an area where they do 3 hours on, 6 hours off, or 6 hours on, 3 hours off, and you want your battery to be charged because you don't want to use generator to charge the battery. Then the next thing you would do is to increase the charging current. If you increase the charging current of the inverter, in less than 4 hours, your batteries are fully charged. That is the 2018 model. And again, you live in a place where there is a fluctuating voltage, whether suddenly low current or low voltage, suddenly high voltage. That Brightest 2018 model of the Brightest inverter will behave like a stabilizer because it will stabilize your voltage for you. That's another advantage of the inverter. And I want to let you know that this Brightest inverter has no competition in the market because this is locally made with all these functions. Supposing you have an after-sales issue, the company is with you in Nigeria, in Benin City, Edo State. If you have an after-sales issue, bring it to us. We created the product ab initio. So there's no way you will have an after-sales service, the company will say they don't know what to do. And again, it's an inverter that if you buy, let's say you have the 1.5 kVA Brightence inverter, or the 800 VA hybrid Brightence inverter, or you buy the analog ones, the ones that are not digital, because we design the product according to what customers can afford, so that they don't think the product is only for celebrities or people who are rich. It's not only for the rich. So if you come to the office, you need the product, and you want the analog ones, we'll give you. But all of them has the same warranty because they are all made in the same company. So it's not as if one is made substandard than the other. No, it is not so. It's based on what you can afford. We'll design what will be within that warranty of strength of that very product you are collecting. And so I want to let you know that let's assume you buy the 1.5 kV or 800 VA that will power your basic electronics, your lights, your fans, your TVs, and maybe after some months or after some years, you now say you want to power your deep freezers or more electronics, you want to upgrade your inverter to a 3 kVA. It is acceptable. Even if you have used the previous product for months, you can return it. We come to the company, we do the plus and minus, we check how long you've been using the product, and then we calculate the differences and we arrive at a compromise. We give you the free upgrade. We take the other one from you. Or maybe you are not able to do that, and let's assume you were able to introduce 6 of your friends to come and buy an inverter from us. Perhaps you were using a 3 kVA before that powered your deep freezer, 4 to 5 television, 4 to 5 ceiling fans. You now want to have an inverter that will power your borehole, and you are able to introduce 6 of your friends to come and buy Brightence inverter. We manufacture for you a 6 kVA upgrade for free. We design the 6 kVA, bring it to you, take your 3 kVA from you that you were using before, and then you have a 6 kVA that will power your borehole, that can take a 3 horsepower borehole, that can take a 2 horsepower borehole, along with your ACs and deep freezers. Or you want to buy the 12 kVA or the 15 kVA Brightence inverter, that is an inverter that will power. There's nothing in your house that cannot power. There's nothing in the house of an average man that the Brightest 15 kVA will not power. You understand? You can use it in your church. Most churches come for the Brightest inverter of 12 kVA or 15 kVA to power their lighting points and their fan or their sound or their instruments. And so it saves you the stress of spending money on fuel or diesel. You can install a solar panel on the Brightest inverter, and then during your Sunday services in your church, you don't need to spend money on diesel. Or even the residence of your reverend father or the resident of your parish priest or resident of your pastor, you can be using an inverter with solar panel, Brightest inverter, and then you don't have any need to depend on public power or generators. Okay. Now, I want to quickly tell you something, Philip. I have created what they call Brightence stabilizer. It's a stabilizer that has no rivalry. A stabilizer that the world has not seen before, because I am the inventor of the stabilizer. It's a stabilizer that has a double system transformer. It's a stabilizer that has an inbuilt AVR or automatic voltage regulator. It's a stabilizer that has a digital screen. It's LED displaying. It tells you what it is doing at a time. It's
interactive.
It's interactive. And again, it's a stabilizer that if you connect it to your prepaid meter, no matter how low your voltage is, once the current coming from the prepaid meter engages one of the transformer, it steps it up. By the time it enters the second transformer inside the same stabilizer, it steps it up again. By the time it is entering your house, you have a normal voltage. You have your normal full voltage. It's a stabilizer that has an inbuilt automatic voltage regulator. A stabilizer that is digital. Anything it is doing, it will tell you. If you abuse the stabilizer, it will tell you. It will write it on the screen. For example, you have a 10 kVA Brightence stabilizer, and then you decide to go and power it with something of about 20 kVA. That stabilizer will write on the screen, "Customer is stupid, always overloading me." And that stabilizer will not work.
But you have to change that because your product is supposed to be customer friendly.
No, it's customer friendly. At the same time, trying to protect itself, and also trying to protect the name of the company where the product is made, so that people don't come and abuse it. If you give us a call and say the stabilizer you bought from us suddenly did not work, then we will now ask you on phone, what is the stabilizer telling you on the screen? By the time you started telling us the stabilizer road customer is stupid, always overloading me, they will give you some warning. I'll tell you that. Why are you overloading the stabilizer?
But that aspect, don't you think for public, because we are enlightening people, and we should be polite and courtesy conscious in doing that. Don't you think that aspect should be changed, where you have to interact with the customer by using that word?
The thing is, sometimes people like to abuse a product because they feel it's locally made, so that they have a reason to say because it's locally made, that's why it did not work.
Okay.
So by the time you are not the one telling us on phone what your stabilizer is telling you, then it is obvious that you're actually overloading it.
Okay.
And then it will give you every reason. If you feel insulted, then next time you will refrain from that. You will refrain from overloading your stabilizer. And by that time, you will be forced to adhere to what is the stabilizer within what it can power within its kVA of design.
And every product of Brightence Electronics has a manual.
Of course they do. That is also the reason why we made our products to be digital. So that you don't come and tell us that the manual is missing and you didn't know what to do, because it's interactive. Anything it is doing, to write it on the screen. You manipulate it, you mismanipulate it, whatever you do, it will be there.
And every Brightest Electronics product has a warranty.
Of course, our warranty varies from 3 months to 3 years, depending on what you are buying and depending on what you want to buy from us. Actually, it varies from 3 months to 3 years. Then I want to quickly mention something, please. The Brightest Electronics Company, we now have what we call the 2018 model of the Brightence Alternator Booster. The 2018 model of the Brightest Alternator Booster is a booster that will allow you to iron with I Pass My Neighbor generator. The generator people popularly call I Better Pass My Neighbor generator, the 950-watt generator. You know, if you want to use it for iron, it's impossible for you to use it to iron your clothes because most iron ranges from 950 watts to 1,100 watts and above. So if you plug it to the generator, it will switch off the gen. But if you have the Brightence Alternator Booster, you will be able to use that I Pass My Neighbor generator to iron your clothes. And the aim of designing the Brightence Alternator Booster is to protect your generator so that your gen does not go bad on time. For example, when you plug things we call heat element materials are your pressing iron, your ring boiler or boiling ring, your bread toaster or your shawarma toaster, your electric kettle. These are heat element material on your gen. The gen will do this grrr, grrr, adjusting sound. And when your gen makes that sound, you're actually straining the bearing in your gen, the shaft in your gen, the pistons in your gen. Your gen will now be making more noise, bringing out more smoke. Eventually, you will need more services and then you will break down. You will go and buy half engine. Buying half engine in this economic recession for your generator and buying the Brightest Alternator Booster, which is more economical.
So it's economically wise to have an alternator booster.
Of course. If you don't have a Brightest Alternator Booster, even your tomatoes, your blender, you know, your blender has coil-to-coil effect to your generator. Over time, the blender will start straining that generator over time because it's a blender, it has coil, your generator has coil-to-coil effect. I want to quickly let Nigerians know that not all microwaves are heat element materials. If your own is heat element material, you connect it to the Brightest Alternator Booster, it will work. If you have, not all washing machines also are heat element electrical materials. So if your own is not heat element material, if you connect it to the Brightest Alternator Booster, it will not drive. So I want to let you also know that the Brightest Alternator Booster is for heat element materials only. It's not for your television. It's not for your fans. It's not made for your TV. It's not made for your borehole. If you need what will power your borehole, then buy Brightence inverter from 6 kVA and above. If you need what will carry your AC, then buy Brightence inverter from 6 kVA and above. If you need what will carry more deep freezers, buy Brightence inverter from 6 kVA and above. You understand? So I want to let you know that by the grace of God, God keeping us alive, Brightence Electronics is a research establishment. We will keep improving on our product. We keep putting things into the product to make it outstanding in the market. We keep doing things that we impress Nigerians and let the state government and well-meaning Nigerians to know that we have brains in Nigeria, we have brain in Edo State, we have people who can move the country forward in terms of entrepreneurial development. Now I want to say that if the opportunity is there, maybe the state government or well-meaning Nigerians or federal government decides to invest in Brightence Electronics Company, I am ready and we are willing to train people, to teach Nigerians how they can reproduce some of these products so that they too can be able to feed their wife and children and become self-employed and become self-entrepreneurs.
Thank you. Just in one question, you've been able to say a lot of things. You made the job easier, but there will be no thanks if you go beyond the time limit as we are pressed for time. But let's look at where your address is. Has it changed?
No, our office address is number 30, as in Brightence Electronics Company International Limited. Our corporate office address is number 30, Federal Government Girls College Road, near UBTH, Ugbowo, Benin City. Along the road, number 30, Federal Government Girls College Road, near UBTH, Ugbowo, Benin City. If you are coming, it's just along the road. And again, if you want to search us on Facebook, type Brightence Electronics Company International Limited on Facebook, like the Facebook page, you will see a whole lot of things that we do. Then you can watch us on YouTube. Just type my name, Videos of Brightence, on YouTube. You will see all what we are doing in Brightence Electronics Company. Like I want to quickly mention, some of the inventions that we have done that we don't have money to mass produce in the market are the Brightence fuel-free generators. I was the doctor who invented the first ever generator that worked without fuel in Nigeria when I was in School of Medicine, University of Benin. When I was in 300 level, as far back as the year 2004.
All right.
Type the word videos of Brightence. Then again, our office hour is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay. If you are coming to our office Monday, Wednesday, Friday, because we use Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday to do the production of the products that we sell. You understand? But if you want to meet me in person in the office, then you have to come between 11 o'clock and 2:30 p.m. You will meet me in person in the office.
Thank you very much, Prince Dr. Brightence Okebonyi. I quite acknowledge and admire your rate at which you are able to go through all of this. And I must say that you are a versatile man.
Thank
in as
you so
much
much.
as you are a prince and you are into all of this, you are also a medical practitioner, a dental surgeon.
Yes.
All right. Well, so much has been said, and I believe you got the numbers on the screen and you got the address on how he can serve you better. It is better if you are able to meet him one-on-one so that all that he couldn't tell you here, he will tell you because he has more in his belly to say. Well, this will call it a wrap on TMI Tuesday as anchored by Philip Omo-Gupon. On behalf of the entire production team that made it a success, I must say have a good day and ensure you remain law-abiding. Goodbye.